The flames may have consumed the hunters, but whispers still echo in the village. Was Grace truly human, or did she rise from the river as something else? To know the answer, you must see it through to the final moment. Don't forget subscribe, like, and comment. The screen fades in with a chilling note. England, 1665. The plague has descended like a shadow, devouring millions. Entire regions crumble. Fear spreads faster than the disease itself. In this darkness, fanatics seize their chance blaming demons, branding women as witches. Thousands are accused, thousands executed. Cut to the present day. Grace, her face carved with sorrow, stands beside her innocent young daughter, Abby. When she steps outside her home, the truth strikes like a hammer. Her husband, Joseph, has taken his own life. Shattered, she drops to her knees, digging his grave with her bare hands, sobbing into the earth. Flashback. Not long ago, life was simple. Grace, Joseph, and Abby had fled the city, hiding from the plague in a rented farmhouse. Joseph would venture into town, selling crops, sometimes stopping at the bar. One fateful night, he crossed paths with their landlord, Boomer. A harmless drink, a friendly exchange. But then the realization. Joseph had been drinking with a man infected. Terror grips him. He races home, trembling. His body begins to fail. In desperation, he begs Grace to fetch herbs from the forest. And then, without warning, he hangs himself. A final act of sacrifice to keep his family safe. Back to the present. Boomer arrives at Grace's door with his servant Edwin, demanding rent. Broken and desperate, Grace begs for time. She sets off for the city, Abby strapped close to her. Along the way, fate reunites her with Kate, an old friend and Kate's husband, Ben. Grace entrusts Abby into Kate's arms for safekeeping. In the city, she pleads with the bar owner for a loan. He refuses, but then delivers a blow that shatters her world. Boomer had swapped Joseph's drink. Joseph hadn't caught the plague by accident. He had been set up, but why? Why would Boomer do this? The reason remains a mystery. That night, Grace lies awake, dreading morning. Boomer will be back. Suddenly, Joseph's ghost appears, whispering from beyond. Sell my wedding ring. Torn apart, Grace digs up his grave, retrieves the band, her heart breaking all over again. The next day, Boomer returns. Grace offers both rings, her own and Joseph's, but Boomer's desires are darker. He lunges, trying to take her by force. Grace fights like a lioness, burning his hand with a red-hot iron, seizing a gun and driving him out. His voice echoes as he stumbles away. You'll pay for this. I swear it. Alone in the silence, Grace reveals her deepest wound. As a child, she had watched her mother fall into the clutches of Witchcraft, the infamous witch hunter. Her mother was tortured, accused without reason. When she refused to confess, they threatened to kill Grace herself. To save her daughter, the woman admitted to lies. And Grace watched helpless as her mother was burned alive. Now, Boomer poisons the townsfolk with his words. He claims Grace is a witch, her husband dead, yet she untouched by plague. He says she attacked him. The people, drunk with fear, listen. Just as they once killed Molly, Grace's friend, they turn against her now. At night, masked intruders break into Grace's home. She hides upstairs with Abby, but fire consumes the house. Dragged from the flames, Grace is captured. Abby is stolen away. Meanwhile, Kate confronts Ben. She's no witch. Ben's answer is a cold slap. If I hadn't sided with Boomer, we'd be next. In prison, Grace meets Astrid, a teenage orphan jailed for stealing food. They'll torture you, she warns, until you confess. Don't give up. The next day, Grace is dragged to the town square. Whipped until her back runs red, yet not a single tear escapes. Her tormentors pause for now, but Boomer grins. Morecraftift himself is coming. The witch hunter who destroyed Grace's childhood will now destroy her. That night, Grace pleads with Edwin. Find Abby. He slips away to search, moved by her desperation. Soon, Morecraftift arrives, his assistant Leonora at his side. Tomorrow, he sneers, your hell begins. In a nightmare, Grace sees herself hunted by the devil. She prays, and her mother's spirit appears. Don't forget who you are. Fight. At dawn, Leonora inspects Grace for the devil's mark. She finds an old scar on Grace's neck. Morecraftift nods. That is enough. The torture begins. Day after day, she is broken, beaten, carved with agony. Yet she never confesses. Leonora begins to doubt. But Morecraftift insists. If she is not a witch, God will save her. He brainwashed Leonora, once nearly burned her alive, until rain doused the flames. Again, Grace is dragged to the post, offered one last chance. She refuses. I am not weak like my mother. I will not lie. Morecraftift reveals his most sadistic weapon blades hidden in a device. With a click, they pierce into Grace. She screams in torment, but still she does not break. Her silence terrifies them. Morecraftift declares her a witch. Both she and Abby will burn. Meanwhile, Kate defies Ben. She will expose the truth. Enraged, Ben beats her, but Kate fights back. She strikes his horse, and fate delivers just as Ben's head crashes into a rock, killing him. That night, Edwin sneaks food to Grace. She begs for escape. He hatches a plan. Morecraftift is lured in with poisoned wine. Grace drinks with him, knowing the risk. Then she seizes the moment, pinning both his hands to the table with knives. At the same time, Edwin rescues Abby from Boomer's room, knocking the drunk brute unconscious. But Leonora attacks Grace. The fight is feral, brutal. Flames engulf the room. Morecraftift screams, pinned and powerless. Edwin frees Grace. Before they escape, she sets a gun before Morecraftift, leaving him to his fate. Outside, Edwin rushes Abby to safety. Grace, believing she drank poison, prepares for death. Edwin reveals the truth. Boomer had swallowed the poison, not her. But there's no time. Guards close in. Grace urges Edwin to flee. As she tries to free other prisoners, Boomer emerges. A final, savage fight. Grace slits his throat, ending his reign of cruelty once and for all. In the inferno, Morecraftift tears himself free, grabs the gun, and pulls the trigger. Click. Empty. He is left to face the fire. At dawn, Edwin brings Abby to Kate, safe at last. And Grace? She walks to the well, Joseph's spirit calling. She jumps in. Morning light spills across the land. The final image sears into memory. Grace, sword in hand, rising from the river like a warrior we are reborn. Fade to black. Make subscribe to see more exciting movies.